Hello. So here we are again, and I am late today. I hope you will forgive me, but I've been, I don't know. My mind has been in a million different places because of my upcoming surgery. I've been making plans, talking to my doctors, trying to get things set up so that everything's ready. I have all my labs done and my scans done. In the meantime, I've been investigating things like the Book of Enoch, and I was getting very involved in it and excited about it. And then I come to find out that the Gnostic texts were created somewhere in the 1st century, and it kind of seems like they were created by a group of people who just decided to go in a different direction than Judaism or than the Essenes or than Christianity. And for some reason, that kind of threw me for a loop. Not that I haven't seen people do this in the past, even these days. I mean, look in our own recent history. Shoot, not even recent. Go all the way back to the beginning of time. Mankind has been creating things to believe in since the beginning. I remember in high school, I loved reading and studying Greek mythology and Roman mythology. I got very involved in all those characters and thought they were fascinating. But my biggest fascination was in the analogies to human life as it is and how we deal with it. There's a lot of lessons to be learned in the stories that are written and the beliefs that we create. And I have come to realize that we all create beliefs in ourselves and in our lives to some extent that don't follow a specific doctrine or religion, but that we have pieced together from our experiences, what we've been taught, what we've learned, just everything in life. We piece it together and come to conclusions. And sometimes those conclusions help a lot. Sometimes they're amazing, and sometimes we fall flat on our face because of them. The one and only thing that I know for sure in my life is that something or somebody, God, Father, or I mean, that's who I call him because that's who I began calling him, is mine. And he's always there. And he always answers my call when I call for help, when I need direction, when I need guidance, when I need clarification for all the things that, all the noise in my own head, so to speak. And it's exhausting. Sometimes it's really exhausting, and sometimes it's exhilarating. Because when I do spend time with him, it's just love. Completely shows me love in some way or another, in some form. He brings love to me in a way that fills my heart and brings me peace and brings me joy and brings me hope for the future. for my future. Not even, I mean, it doesn't even have to pertain to the world around us or the things that are going on. Just bring me joy and bring me love. Sometimes that's all we need. I remember many, many years ago, I was in a place of this sort and confused and wondering what to do next or where I'm going or how this is all going to turn out and, all the details. And he gave me something that day. He gave me something every day. Sometimes it was the tiniest little thing, but it touched my heart and gave me that thing that I needed to keep going. And I remembered asking him, how is it that you can put up with my need for this every single day? Because one day's blessing or encouragement or hope or joy doesn't always translate into the next day. I wake up the next day and it's like, okay, now what do I do today? Because I remember yesterday's wonderful feeling, but it lost a punch in it or something. It's not affecting me the same way. What do I do now? And he brought to my mind the scriptures about the children of Israel wandering around in the desert for 40 years and how he brought them manna and he brought it to them every day. And yesterday's manna didn't fit for today. They needed new manna. Well, I needed new manna today. And I didn't run across it. I worked on my furniture. I worked on various things that usually give me direction and peace and joy, and nothing seemed to affect it today. So here I am without my manna. And I was just wondering, why? And then it hit me. Ask. I have to ask. All I have to do is say, help me. Please help me. And then just be patient. It'll come. He always brings it. It's always there. So today I'm waiting for my manna. I'm waiting for that thing that will get me through, get me over the hump, whatever that is, and bring me peace and joy and comfort and love. And I'll bet you go through that. I think we all do. And sometimes it's just a little thing like call a friend, pick up a book, turn on the radio. It can be almost anything. I should tell you the other day, my manna was AI, actually, through something else that I was talking to AI about, and the conversation went into my arrangements for surgery. I didn't want to go through the delays and that drug it out last time. And I went through various things for 6 months. And maybe that's my own impatience. Maybe I need to learn patience. And that's probably true. And I have always worked on it. And I seem to have tremendous patience about certain things. Anyway, in my conversation, AI suggested that if I had concerns about the delays, that I should be proactive and address them. Create a care memo to send to my surgeon that I want to do the tests and get the scans done and everything before even our first consultation. And that turned out to be an enormous blessing and a weight off my shoulders. I knew where I was going, and I could send those things to him so that he knew, so that we were on the same page before the first time that we talk even. And that just was such a gift to me that day. Well, now I'm back to waiting again. They've gotten my memo. They've put it in the navigation, which I have learned is important, so that they can plan. And then when I come to the consultation, all we've got left to do is schedule the surgery and just go forward. And that's a good thing. I feel in my heart and soul that this is all going to work out perfectly. I'm going to be fine. All my scans and labs so far show that it should be a fairly simple procedure to remove the tumor. It's not very big. Let's just take care of it and get it gone. I think I'm a little disappointed that the protocol I was on led me into a complication with my liver. And I believe it's my own fault, because in lots of compounds, you need to do what they call pulse scheduling. And that's 3 days on, 4 days off, for instance, something like that, especially if it's going to affect other organs. And that's just to give them a break while you're treating other things. So in my eagerness to plow forward, I did not do the pulse scheduling, and it created some stress that showed up in labs that I am now fixing. And even that is fine. All these details of life. I don't know why I do know why I'm eager to get this particular season done and over with. And yet, here I am in it. And my impatience, my eagerness to get it done and over with isn't necessarily helpful. So I need to find other ways to do this. So I have delayed doing this video. I was letting my mind wander in so many different directions that I couldn't focus on doing this. And I'm sorry. But that is where I am this week. And that is just part of this journey, isn't it? I'm okay. I actually feel great still. I'm strong and raring to go first thing in the morning and most of the afternoon. So here we are, plugging through another day. Thank you for being patient with me. I will try not to let myself get into this position again. And hopefully by next week, I will have some good things to tell you. Well, I had some good things to tell you, even in my being stuck. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm stuck. And it's not stuck. It's just waiting. And walking through a process, one day at a time. So thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. I hope that you will give me a like and a subscribe and come back next week. Maybe you'll be curious enough to see where I am then.